Welcome back, Super Geek, the podcast. Dun, 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 dun. I need a theme song.
Oh,
It can't be Six Flags. So that's the first thing that popped into my head was Six Flags.
Barely heard it. I heard
it. Anyways, yeah. So we got the whole team here, including new guest star Justin Johnson. Thank you, Justin, for showing up here.
Even sounds like a superhero name.
I got the Clark Kent glasses.
Yeah, well, that's a typical Marvel thing, you know, the double letter. He's a double letter agent. So yeah, I got a few topics today. I got Star Wars, Marvel, and DC. More specifically, the MCU and the DCU.
I don't know what they're calling it.
We've changed it so many times now. I mean,
I think it's DCU. I think, yeah.
What's Discovery now? I think. I don't know. They're discovering. True. They're discovering themselves. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. She got resting Palpatine face. Try turning a camera off and on.
This is like a COVID Skype call. I'm dying.
I feel like I'm on Zoom's team meeting.
Yeah.
We'll just keep a straight face and we'll have AI edit a video to match your words.
Jeez.
No, it transferred. Oh my gosh. Lisa's frozen. Now Gabe is unfrozen. Okay. All right. Yeah. So let's get into this. We're going to do a deep dive and conflicting opinions. I just want to say before we start, okay, I'm purely here for intermediary purposes. All right. Let's keep it civil. Let's keep it clean. I want a good, clean, fair fight. All right. We're going to go for,
Are we fighting?
I don't know.
Oh.
You know. Yeah, so
that's true.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with I kind of like these. The first one here is the canon conundrum. All right, so with the Legends expanded universe now officially non-canon, do you feel that Disney has done a good job of reintegrating fan favorite elements or characters into the new canon? So, you know, I guess it more or less Star Wars. I think Star Wars and Marvel, but more or less just with the shows that are evolving now compared to just, I don't know what it was. I guess what animated shows really a part of the old, I don't want to say old, like the prequel and the sequel and then animated shows. I mean, where would you consider it like a cutoff of like the classics versus the Acolyte and or we're not even going to mention Rey, but
you have to, you know.
Which kind of plays into the whole. I guess this would be a good place. Is the midi? We actually just talking about this before we started, but the midi-chlorians and mysticism. So just the biological explanation, and like the mystical nature, which some of that played into the Acolyte, right?
Yeah. To answer your question, I think as Disney did a good job of integrating the old lore into the canon. No, but I think I'm optimistic. So for example, like the Old Republic is a canon era now. Whatever that means in the grand scheme of things, it's kind of like, you know, are they going to make a show, a movie? Are they going to make like a canon book? I think it's too early days to say fully like when and where we'll be when they decide to finally start integrating a lot of the old lore into the canon. Because the thing is, it has to be different. people say Starkiller should be canon. It's like, yeah, that would be cool, and I'm sure Sam Woodward would be down to do it. He's expressed that he is, but the thing is that Starkiller is so powerful to where is it worth changing his like lore just to have him fit in this Disney canon? And that's just one example of a lot of a lot of the extended lore stuff.
So
a lot of
the Skywalker saga, did that satisfy those things?
No.
Do you think?
I don't think
do you
so.
think that
At least
Star
for
Wars
me.
was missing anything then? Like before we got into we'll call it the Skywalker saga, just for sake of keeping it separate. But do you think that like kind of added on or took away from? Because
Wait,
you have
about,
like the prequel apologists, but do you think that's changed?
are you talking about the Rey sequels movies? You're calling the Skywalker? That's really
Oh yeah,
confusing.
are you
Man.
talking about the sequel?
You're really
Trilogy? You're
confusing
talking
me right
about
now because like some people call it that, and that's not. They keep using that word. It doesn't mean what I think it means.
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like, okay, so you
okay,
have
you're talking about the
your
Rey saga. Don't call her Skywalker. She ain't got that thing ain't got nothing to do with no Skywalkers. Ain't no real Skywalkers. Jake Skywalker is not a real. That's not a real thing, man. I mean, I'm the voice of the. I'm gonna just be the old curmudgeon fans on this right here. Even though Lisa and I are pretty close to the same generation, but yeah, I'm gonna be the curmudgeon and be like, yeah, that I don't care what Disney says isn't Star Wars, man. I mean, like we were reading those books for stinking 20 years before they did, before they came along, and you're not gonna come over here and tell me, no, that doesn't exist anymore. That's not canon. Whatever, Joe.
yeah.
Whatever. Get out of here, man. And the
So
thing
I
is,
think
all they did is mine all that stuff and clunkily try to do it with in the Rey saga, and they did it so poorly. All they had to do was do the books. Just do the Zahn series, man. Just do Mara Jade, do Jaden and Jason Solo, and bam, make $20 billion and have all the shows and stuff you want. But man, those jokers could screw up a bowl of oatmeal. I'm gonna shut up.
Hey, they already have $20 billion. They don't need that. Okay.
that
No,
will
they've
have more
lost it,
than
man.
that.
They've lost it. They know how to lose money. They're like the government. They know how to print money and lose it.
Yeah.
They can't make money.
I think a lot of the to kind of piggyback off of what Gabe said too, like a lot of the books people, admire, right? And they consider that like the true canon, especially because originally it was supposed to be an extended universe. It was supposed to be in supplement to the current stuff, but because of how Disney's handled the IPs lately, they see that as like the sequel trilogy is the Ron trilogy. To them, that's what they consider the sequel trilogy, which, I think I'm also, I'm not going to say I'm a sequel trilogy apologist. We all know I'm not, obviously. But I'm older now since, The Last Jedi came out, and we all knew how I felt about that movie. I think that if Disney really is making Rey like to usher in that next era of Star Wars post Rise of Skywalker, there's a lot of pressure for that for her movies. Originally supposed to be one movie, but Disney's like, we're gonna make 3. So there's so much pressure for that, and it's supposed to be a time skip too. So it's supposed to be, I think it's 15 years after Rise of Skywalker with that first film that's coming out. So there is a lot of pressure there for the future of Star Wars too. I'm optimistic, but I mean, so far, like.
So with that point, is there a current, I guess, a current era of the Star Wars storytelling that you find very compelling, or do you feel that there's areas that are oversaturated or underdeveloped at this point,
Thing,
including everything?
I don't speak for myself. One thing that they could have leaned in on, but they decided like not to. They shouldn't have built more on Rey being a Palpatine. That is interesting. You know, the fact that she shot Force lightning out of her hands was like, I mean, that whole scene was kind of, but
right.
The fact that she is literally like Palpatine's granddaughter, that should have been more. That should have been more of a story beat.
Yeah, but that was the thing. It wasn't a story. It was a gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. They just used it as like
it was the South Park. It was South Park making fun of Family Guy. You know, manatees in a tank with a bunch of different balls, and they pick the balls, and that's well, we have she could be the child of General Grievous. No, I don't know about that. He'd be the child of Jabba the Hutt. No, that ain't gonna work. You know.
Yeah.
Bib Fortuna. No, that ain't gonna work. You know. So that wasn't a story, man. That was corporate. It's all corporate, man. You know. That's the main issues. There's no visionary and storyteller behind the franchise. It's
they
a
don't
corporation.
have a Feige, really. They don't have like a guy that kind of.
I was going to say all three of the sequel trilogies were so different from one another. Not only the whole original three, or the original three, and then the prequels, because they were all directed differently. Like it's like they were each trying to be their own thing, but follow somewhat of a storyline. They just bounced around so much, in my opinion, and they just couldn't figure out Luke's character. They couldn't, which don't even get me started about Luke. They ruined him.
Oh man, don't make me mad.
Yeah, we've moved on from because we know how upset we were.
Some of us have moved on.
It cringes me so much in the way that they just like it was just a cash grab, and they didn't care about the fans. It didn't seem like anyway they could say that, but like even Mark Hamill was like, "This isn't Luke's character. Why?" But he still did it anyway. So the's that.
He had to contractually obligated. He already cashed the check.
Yep. He was like, I can't.
Yeah. Let me tell you, he ain't trying to get a hit put on him. That mouse will take you down, man. They'll bury him under they'll bury him under that big old golf ball in Orlando.
To add on top of what you said too, after we've seen like all these movies that that they've done in shows and whatnot, I don't think that you need like a super fan to do these films and these IP entries and stuff. Like we've learned that a super fan doesn't mean good movie.
Yeah.
I feel like you just have to respect the source material, which I guess maybe it's kind of like a 50-50, like fans like will, but like you can still respect the source material and not be like a fan,
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, look at the reaction look at what Mando breathed life back into the franchise as a whole, because they understood, what's Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau knows, number one, how to tell a story. He knows how to tell a film. He knows how to make a film. And he obviously loves the heck out of Star Wars, because he made the fan service fit the story, fit the series. And I mean, dude, when Luke came in and destroyed all those Dark Troopers, it broke the internet, man. It broke the internet.
Gosh.
And that's what they needed. You have him go down. I've showed the how it should have ended, Last Jedi, to so many friends of mine, and they're like, I would have gone and seen that film 4 times in the theater. Luke going down, like taking out half those walkers and everything with a lightsaber, and then blow him away. Okay, give him a heroic death, not a fart fizzle, a fart in the wind.
Yeah, I'm okay with Luke dying, but I mean, just for
do it in the best way possible.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, like Obi-Wan did. you know. And here's a character that when the first time you see that, you're not even attached, and you're like, holy cow, you know. It did not mean anything. All it did was add aggravation and anger and disappointment, because they just never wrapped any threads. But you were talking about things that go ahead.
I was gonna say, because like the entire, like, we didn't even get to see Super Jedi, like we saw Jedi Master or Jedi Knight, Luke in Revenge of the Sith, and if you read the books and stuff after, and all the extra stuff, like I didn't personally read any of the extra stuff, only a little bit of comics, but like for someone like me or people that I know who enjoy Star Wars, watch the shows, don't get too enthralled in it, we didn't even get to see Jedi Master Luke on the big screen in action, wrecking house. Like, we didn't get to see
the whole thing. The whole thing was a betrayal of his character, but we've done a whole episode on that. Well, I want to go back. What was the original question again, Jesse? Like, what was it? Have they incorporated things in the extended universe properly? Was the first one, and then what was the second one?
I guess the second one would be just with all of the eras, I guess you would say, in retrospect, which would be the most compelling for you as a story, and then also are there eras that you feel are oversaturated or underdeveloped? Because you do have like the prequel apologists, and I wonder too if some of those opinions have changed after the new stuff has come out, all the crap with Rey and then all these new shows. I wonder if they're like, okay, maybe the prequels aren't so bad.
I think if there's anything underdeveloped, it would be exactly what you said, B. It would be the Knights of the Old Republic. Let's get back to I want to see the 1,000-year Jedi Knight and Sith War. That's what we need to see. I want to see not, a couple Sith all hiding in the dark, and conspiracy theory stuff. Like, I want to see an army of Sith, an army of Jedi, like these guys warring. Like, give us 3 films of that, because honestly, the Clone era, the Clone Wars era, we got plenty. People are like, oh, we need more of Obi-Wan, and I'm like, bro, you got like 17,000 seasons of Clone Wars. You got 3 films. Like, we're good. We got the story of Anakin and Obi-Wan, and I love it, and I love that Hayden's being celebrated now, and I hate that Obi-Wan's show was a half a turd. It was, there was some gold in there, but you had to go through a lot of to get to the few gold nuggets. But everything else was just shibby dibba dabba.
It felt too much like the current Disney stuff with the Kenobi show, which sucked, because that was the whole the one thing that was so hyped to not be.
The most compelling things were when Vader's on screen, and some of his interactions with Reva. And and maybe a quarter of the stuff with Obi-Wan, but but they did the same thing with Obi-Wan that they did with Luke. It's like they don't know how to write a hero, man. Like, this guy is supposed to be what Sam Witwer describes that whole scene in Clone Wars when he kills Darth Maul. I'm on guard duty. I'm guarding the most powerful thing in the universe and our only hope at overthrowing these 2 chodes. So I'm here paying attention. I'm not, I gave up my best friend. I'm sad. I'm a sad man. I can't do nothing. I can't catch a 5-year-old girl. I can't run. I mean, like, he was afraid. And then all of a sudden, he hadn't trained. He hasn't done anything. And then he's going to whoop Darth Vader in the second half of that fight. Dude, that whole thing, just like, if it wasn't for the dialogue between them after he, whooped him, I was like, that whole thing was nearly completely irredeemable. That little bit, I was like, okay, you just redeemed most of this, but then you didn't end it there. They end it with Reva going to kill Luke, and then I'm not going to kill him. I mean, these people don't know how to write stories, man. They don't know how to tell. If I was, go ahead, Lisa.
Yeah, that's that. Back to our pre-recording conversation when you could actually see me.
I was about to say, like, your camera.
I don't know. I left and came back, and it won't let me turn the camera on. I don't know.
She's the Force. She's one with the Force. She's a Force ghost.
The problem is writing, because there are some good things in, like, because we talked about a couple different shows. I can find some really good things, yes, even in the shows that everybody likes to, pile the coal on, like The Acolyte. But the problem is that writing a good hero's journey, these people haven't apparently been trained how to do that. Like, there's a whole story arc of the hero's journey, and it's like they get some parts of it but not all of it, and that's why nobody, comes out and they're like, "Oh, I love this show," because they've only got part of it right. They've only gotten part of it. Do I think Disney's done a decent job they've done 50-50. They've put some stuff in there that I really love that I'm like, thank you for putting that in there. And then on the other stuff, I'm like, you could have done so much more, or you just totally botched the writing on this. I agree with Brandon. You don't have to be a super fan, to do it, but you need to know how to write the story.
Yes.
And you do need to know the characters, like,
Yes.
I mean, I think the biggest problem for me just goes back to the inconsistency in the writing.
That's been part of my struggle too. When we're watching some new stuff, even from Marvel, pretty much anything these days, just about, I'll tell my wife, we'll watch something and I'm like an hour and a half through and it's like, it's already over. And you're like, what was the point of this? Why didn't I just sit here for 2 hours? Like, there was no struggle. There was no climb up the mountain. There was no coming down the mountain. It was just a flat hill journey there. It's boring to watch. Nobody wants
Cruise
to watch a
control
hero like
through,
not
yeah.
struggle.
Your
no
cruise
impact
control through
anymore.
South Dakota on 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Just nothing.
I was going to say too, something that I think, and this applies to all of those fandoms, but specifically, I guess, Marvel and now, Star Wars, is going off of what Lisa said, like, not only the writers don't know how to do their hero's journey, on top of that, I think a lot of times too, a lot of these like execs and it's like higher like corporate dudes, they get these writers from, like, it's a joke that I tell myself, but I think it's halfly true, that like they'll just go to a Starbucks like near a lot just to, like, and then like they'll see someone like, oh, what you were gonna, and then they become cool. It's like, hey, I'm actually developing a blah blah blah. Do you want to like be a part of it? And then we're like, yeah. So I think that's a lot. That I feel like Kathleen Kennedy, a lot of her people, it all comes from that. Just people that she knew mutually, or which it is Hollywood in a sense, but like, geez, it's really now showing. Like,
yeah, you would think with the amount of talent that is on planet Earth, and you're right, it's not just movies, it's not just film, it's music too. It's basically all of the arts and entertainment. If you go to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you'll see stuff like, for instance, what is it? It's sequence 48, sequence 38, the guy that redid the saber fight between Obi-Wan and Vader on the Death Star.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man.
That popped up in my feed the other day. Like, that thing's like 7 or 8 years old now. There's a guy that did a super cut, that the guy that used to work with Lucasfilm, or he does work as an effects guy, and he did his own cut of the Obi-Wan show, and he cut his own trailer for it, and I think they slapped him with a cease and desist because it never came out, his supercut that he was just gonna, hey man, put out there for free. And they're like, yeah, if you want a job, if you ever want to work again, you're not gonna put that out. You're not gonna embarrass us. So the sad thing is, there's no shortage of talent. There's people out there that know how to tell a story. I mean, spend 15 minutes on the internet, and you'll find things that in 50 seconds make you cry, make you angry, make you laugh. And these jokers that are spending $256 million, dollars on a film, don't know how to do it. So I agree with you, man. Like, these people are hiring. They're hiring people based on not a story. They're like, well, how can we turn this into not just $1 billion film, but we want to get the merchandise. I mean, like, I cannot wait for this new Spaceballs movie. I think this could be the best thing I think it's what Hollywood needs, which is it's somebody to slap him in the face and be like, "Hey, act right," because I think they're going to make fun of everything, every mistake they've made in the last 20 years because they don't know how to laugh themselves anymore, and they certainly don't know how to critique themselves anymore. But
Wait,
yeah,
so the
that's the
Spaceball
problem.
sequel is real?
Oh, it's real.
Yes.
100%.
Oh,
It's
wow.
real.
Yeah.
It's going to have Bill Pullman's son, who was just a Sentry in the Thunderbolts movie, and he was Bob in the Top Gun movie sequel. So, like, it's going to have what was his name?
Oh, so Bill Pullman, he's going to be in it too.
It's going to be. It's not. Wasn't it Star-Lord? Gosh, I'm getting him confused with the Guardians of the Galaxy, but I want to say his name was. It was something
Sentry.
like that. No.
Yeah,
Bill Pullman's character in Spaceballs.
Oh.
Holy cow, that's sad that I can't remember his name. I remember Dark Helmet. Hold up.
Oh, Lone Star.
Lone Star. There you go. Thank you. Yeah. So we won't have John Candy, which means they'll probably cast Jack Black. But I don't know. If it was Hollywood doing it, it would be Jack Black as Barf. But this is Mel Brooks, and Mel Brooks knows funny. That's one of the funniest guys. I mean, my goodness, man, he gave us Blazing Saddles. This movie, I will be there opening night to see this go. I have not been opening night for anything since Infinity War. I will be there for opening night for this because I know it's going to be entertaining and it's going to be funny, and it'll be good content for us.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
something to talk about.
Yeah. What you got next? What you got next, Jesse? Next year.
Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's. I don't really have anything else for Star Wars. I think we pretty much covered.
Oh well, yeah.
Unless there's something anybody wants to add, like, I mean, there's not really much going on or a whole lot going on right now. I guess. I mean, maybe there is.
Oh, it's 2027. 2027 for Spaceballs. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Andor season 2. I've heard it's slow. I've heard there's some controversial stuff, but I've heard also it's got one of the moments in there that's like one of the best moments in Star Wars.
No, it's very epic, beautiful. And I gotta say that as a woman, it really bothers me, the one scene that everybody complained so much about. I don't want to spoil it because you haven't watched it, but
I heard about that scene, and I even had one of the things people were talking about. They showed it, and I'm like, what is? I was like, you guys are just now. You're yeah.
They didn't show it. It was attempted. It did not happen.
Yeah.
And then she clocked him with that huge metal, whatever that was. And my daughter and I were both like, "Atta girl, Bix." You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't get what it was about.
Everybody's like, "Oh, that doesn't belong in Star Wars," and I'm like, "You think that doesn't hapen in any galaxy that exists ever?"
In the Empire? Are you kidding me? They'll do everything else but that.
Let me just tell you, as a woman, yeah, it happens no matter where you go. Trust me. So I thought it was a very powerful moment for her character to be recovering from the previous trauma. Instead of shutting down, she was able to save herself. And, I mean, I commented on a bunch of things telling people, quit saying that it's actual sexual assault. It was attempted. The guy didn't succeed.
Yeah.
Listen,
he died.
Listen, if that would have been Princess Leia, she would have taken a blaster and shot him in the crotch. So, that's when I saw that, I was like, that's all. I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, that's all she did. This is Star Wars, man. We got like ray guns and like plasma weapons. I'm like, this is it. Like I was expecting something more.
They're in hiding on a very agricultural planet. So
that was a heck of a double entendre, Jesse.
I don't know.
I would just say, all in all, stop. All in all, I think Lisa's right just about the character. Okay, the character's journey, the hero's journey. Like, there are certain things that you just don't mess with. It's like you can pretty much do whatever you want to. Even Stan Lee, they asked Stan Lee that one time, like, who would win, Iron Man or Hulk or Batman or Hulk, whatever. He was like, who cares? He was like, I want whoever is going to win is who I want to win. Like if I write it that way, that's what's going to happen. So it doesn't really matter what happens. It's
Plot
leave the
armor.
character along. It's like the Spider-Man canon event. Like his uncle has to die. Somebody has to die. And I remember watching No Way Home and I'm thinking, okay, he's still not Spider-Man to me. Like his aunt needs to die and then I will accept it. And she died and I have accepted, okay, you're Spider-Man now. You can do what you need to do, son.
He's graduated now. He's now
yeah. So,
well, and you like we've said too, you don't make a character who is so solidly optimistic and the voice of hope and everything suddenly, turn their back on all that. That's just
yeah,
exactly.
I mean, I'm not going to name names, but
I mean, Jake.
Rhymes with
Jake. Jake Waystalker.
Yeah, it's just like I said, I was listening to something about this the other day. The hero's journey, it's the same. If people are like, "Oh, all superhero things are the same," well, yeah, because they follow the structure of the hero's journey. But that doesn't. That's why it works, but it doesn't mean that they're the same because there are all kinds of, different, different story elements that you can put in there. But you've got to be, honest with the things that are supposed to be there.
Look at the 6 Rocky films. Look at all the Karate Kid films. We love the point of the hero is you don't know something, you go out there, you start to have an adventure, you get your tail handed to you, you learn some stuff, you work hard, you have the montage. I mean, dude, like, isn't that every season of Dragon Ball? Oh man, this guy's more powerful. I better go train harder. And then I'm going to get really, like that's kickboxer, blood sport. I mean, like, I could just keep on going.
Pokemon.
Pokemon
with Ash.
You got to train and learn the thing, and then you beat the guy, and then you find out, well, there's a harder guy. Well, then you got to go train to fight the guy in Russia. I mean,
there's no struggle in shows anymore.
The big,
exactly.
You get the princess, too.
Yes.
Yeah,
and you get the princess.
That's pretty much we're just gonna have to. So the MCU.
Yeah, you're gonna build it you're gonna build it with spare parts in a cave.
So I've got some points we can just hit them and move on. I mean, I don't think it would take a whole lot of time. So the first one here is adaptation versus creative freedom. So you have these comic books that are being adapted to movies, or at least pieces of comic storylines, maybe. And so I guess just the question here would be like, okay, could you give an example of where they got that adaptation right versus where they missed the mark in terms of that adaptation meets, creative freedom? Like how far can we take, like we were saying, how far can we take the story without losing the being true to the character? So I guess 2 examples, like one where they got it right, one where they missed the mark.
Well, let's go back to the beginning.
What?
Oh no. Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. What started this whole thing off where people understood that this is something that people liked? Now, I'm actually people loved and will make people a whole lot of money. Christopher Reeve, Superman. Nailed it. They got it right. And anybody after that should always, I feel like anybody that's making any, MCU film, DC film, if they ever gonna put Dragon Ball on film correctly, because that Abomination Evolution, which just finally got to the second lowest score on IMDb. I can't remember. It was a recent film that actually went below it. It wasn't Snow White. It was something like that. You remember what it was, Justin?
Yeah.
I thought it was Snow White.
I thought it was Snow White too.
Oh man, maybe it is. Maybe it is. So anybody that's making a comic book adaptation, they need to go back and watch Superman and watch Blade. I'm skipping Batman with Keaton because at the time it was controversial. We look back at it with rose-colored glasses because it is awesome. The nostalgia is high, and you got Jack Nicholson. But at the time, the real comic book fans had lots of issues with that story, lots of issues with that film. And you could see how far it went. Like Batman Returns was and then it went really off the rails with Jim Carrey, and then I would have actually liked to see George Clooney in a good story Batman film. So I think Go to Superman. That's to me like that's the goal. That's the goal. And then off the rails, you got lots of options. I'll let somebody else pick one that's off the rails.
I think Marvel wise, it's pretty much any of the recent like Sony Marvel movies. I feel like
like Madam Web or
like just kind of like picking pieces of like a source or two and conjuring an amalgamation of like their own story, which I know sometimes you have to do.
So would you put Venom in that category? Even though
as fun as Venom is, yeah. I mean, they kind of that was kind of. I love it.
He's being logically consistent, and I agree with you. It's you completely
Venom was fun, but
character. Yeah.
I think also one that it's kind of like was good, but they did change an integral part of it. For me, it's Civil War. Like when I look back, because I recently rewatched like Civil War. At the time, I was like, because it's missing pieces like X-Men, etc. But like for what it was, like solid, and because of that, changing pretty much like the end of the war. Like Captain America's death is what ends Civil War. But I know that didn't happen because obviously Marvel had like plans for Cap and whatnot. Whether it will come full circle in Doomsday, we'll see. I mean, we know Chris Evans is in it, but like they didn't specifically say, who he's supposed to be. They're just like, Chris Evans returning to Doomsday, and they've been tight-lipped since. He didn't get a chair,
If he was more like, if he looked at Captain America like Harrison Ford, I'd say, oh yeah, he's coming back to die. But he doesn't hate it. But he doesn't hate his character. He doesn't hate his character. But that's interesting, Brandon. I never considered that they might be bringing him back just to kill him, because it's like, hey, we already killed Tony Stark, so we got to kill him. To me, Disney is just that stupid to be like, well, it's because we didn't kill him too. We got to kill all these characters, and we got to kill Thor too, and then we can go forward with the MCU. Right now, it's going to win. Now people won't be looking for these characters anymore.
And the tough thing is too. But what were you saying, Justin?
I said it's time to let old things die, just like Kylo.
Yeah, I was going to say too.
Thank you, Smilo.
One of the things too that is one of my biggest criticisms of current Marvel, like right now, is they're doing the whole multiverse variant thing, so they can bring people like back, which is cool. But I think the biggest thing is like there's no end, really. Like an arc doesn't truly end if you can just bring. I think the biggest one is Wolverine. Like Logan is such a great movie, and it's like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine is no more. But then with the whole multiverse thing, it's like, well, that Wolverine.
The quest for more money.
Yeah. Which I liked Deadpool Wolverine. Like it was a fun movie, but I kind of
but do you remember? I don't remember. Like I was actually thinking about that. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about. It's like, does anybody even remember what that movie was about? And I'm like, actually, I do not remember the story at all. It was all quick cuts and cameos, and I'm like, holy crap! They're absolutely right. I don't remember what that movie was about at all. But hey, I will say this: even if people would have said this is the worst movie, not worst comic book movie, if they would have said it's the worst movie ever made, I'd have still paid to go see it to see him in that costume. And that's and that was kind of like across the board. I think these Jokers would make so much more money if they would just keep it comic accurate. We want to see them in the yellow tights, man. I mean, they even made fun of that line from the original X-Men movie. What were you expecting? Yellow spandex? And then the X-Men 97 cartoon was like, what were you expecting? Black leather? And I don't care what anybody says, man. Folks bad mouthing that cartoon. They are smoking crack, dude. I've watched that. Dude, I've watched that thing so many times, and with my daughter. My daughter loves it. She's like, when are they going to come out with a new season?
Yeah, no, that's why I'm excited about the Superman movie, because there's so much action in it. I'm like, literally, I told my wife, is like, literally just give me Superman punching brick walls for an hour and a half and I'll watch it. Like, I like Superman. I just want to see him beat people up. Like that's what I want. You know, you don't have to.
Yeah. Yep.
Right. You know, and I would say for me, mine probably other past, you know, obviously Christopher Reeve Superman, kind of like you mentioned, Gabe, but this might piss people off, but I would probably have to say Green Lantern.
As in,
yeah, is it a hit or a miss?
I think okay. Hear me out.
Oh boy, this is gonna be good.
I told you I'm about to piss some people off. I think it was pretty accurate. It wasn't really bad in that perspective. Okay. Is the movie hard to watch? It's a little bit of a. I take a little bit of a nap for 20 minutes or so, but
I got dips.
Oh, so you're saying as far as Green Lantern goes, it was comic accurate, but movie was.
Yeah, I would say like comic accurate, where maybe they didn't miss like, you know, they didn't necessarily miss the interpretation of the comics as far as that's concerned. You know, they nailed a lot of details, right? I mean, they got the fear thing, they got his whole backstory of Hal Jordan with the pilot thing, they got Kilowog, they got, you know, it's just like all these little minute details of the Green Lantern world, the elders, like freaking everything was all there. All the pieces were there. They just didn't build a puzzle. They built a bologna sandwich. So
you're gonna go, Brandon? You're gonna let me go? You gonna go, Brandon, or you want me?
Oh no, the only thing that I'm gonna add is like I would say like yeah, you're right. I think the only issue with at least with Green Lantern is it's such a bad movie to where like you know like I'm not gonna say it dilutes the comic like accurate stuff, but it.
Well, I tell you,
they had the foundation.
So I tell you where they missed it with Green Lantern, Jesse. I'll tell you where they missed it, because you are
sure
95% correct, but the problem with the 5 to 10% that's straight poison was they screwed up. They screwed up Hal Jordan. He's the man without fear, and Ryan Reynolds was scared the whole movie. It was miscast. You need a John Hamm. You need a strong jawed, testosterone coming out the dude's ears. What's his face? Shoot. He's like John Hamm. Just think of John Hamm in Top Gun Maverick.
A man's man.
Yeah, yeah. Tom Cruise just goes over here, pulls off this whole thing, bends the jet, but showing that they can get this thing under time, and he reads them the riot act. He's not even happy about it. That wasn't the character, and that's why the film didn't work, because it was all on Hal Jordan to carry the film. Because I tell you, Mark Strong, dude, I feel bad for him, man. I feel like I wish I could write him like a Christmas card. Because, like, dude, you're so amazing in everything you do. Because him as Sinestro, chef's kiss, perfect. Chef's fucking
Sinestro.
Dude, perfect Sinestro. Michael Clark Duncan is the voice of Kilowog, and hopefully he was actually doing the mocap. Perfect as Kilowog. Like, I agree with you. Everything, the elders, the special effects, the constructs, everything was perfect except for Hal Jordan. And that's like saying, man, like we got Gene Hackman as, as Lex Luthor, but we cast Richard Pryor as Superman.
It's like we got the garlic powder, we got the onion powder, we got the salt, we got the pepper, we got the marinade, we got the where's your sister sauce, and then but we're just missing the We're just missing the fillet. Where's the fillet? Everybody forgot to get the fillet. That's pretty much what that movie is to me.
And you put it on an old shoe, and an old shoe don't taste like filet mignon.
So Google told me that Michael Clark Duncan didn't do mocap for Kilowog. I looked it up.
They didn't pay him enough. He was like, "Well, you just have my voice for that much."
Right, for real.
I would say the reverse of that is probably the Brandon Routh Superman Returns.
Yes,
because I thought he was a great Superman, but
he was. I agree with you. That is so good, Jesse. That is so good because when you look at him in the Supergirl in the Arrowverse as Superman, I'm like, they're Superman. And I remember when I was in the theater, I went to see that in IMAX. I was so hyped. I was like, dude, this guy. You get little clips in the interviews, and I'm like, when he steps on the plane and I'm like, holy cow, this is like Christopher Reeve's son. I was like, this is going to be great. And then it just never got.
It was depressing.
It never got
there.
Yeah. I mean,
I only saw that movie one time, and I remember thinking to myself, what is going on? Like,
well, that's Superman Returns?
I just, I mean, I liked him as Superman, but I don't know. I was like, this is, I don't know.
Okay.
Listen, Lisa. Lisa, you're the only chick here. I got to ask you a question. Are you going to marry the son of the executive of one of the parks at Disney? Or are you gonna get with Henry Cavill Superman? Is that even close?
Oh, Henry Cavill, hands down.
And you see what I did there because I know my friend. I'm like,
hands
she's
down,
like,
no questions asked.
She's belittling him and like all this stuff. I'm like, what? This is not. I mean, like, she's with Cyclops. I think Cyclops is dope, and James Marsden can dance and sing. But okay, you can fly a plane. That's cool, but he's not Superman. I mean, come on, bro. Like, this is. Are you guys expecting me to? But like, I'm suspending my belief that an alien man can come and fly and a bullet can hit him in the eye, but a chick's gonna pass up on him? Are you freaking crazy? He's got a perfect S in his hair. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
He's Superman.
That was stupid. I'm sitting there. I was like, dude, are you serious? And she's gonna stay with it. And she has his kid. She has his kid. I mean, Cyclops is a cuck, man. I mean, like, this is horrible. I mean, like, the whole thing was stupid. The whole thing was stupid. Brandon Routh got robbed. Hashtag. That was the. I'm like, dude, this is you mad? Like,
he really did.
He did. That if they had given that guy a good story, he'd have been Superman for 10 years. We wouldn't have had Cavill because he would have been.
And wait for it. It comes back around full circle again. It was a bad story. It wasn't a good story.
Yeah.
You know,
it was literally okay. Every time I watch it, it reminds me of Hancock. Literally, it's Hancock with Brandon Routh instead of Will Smith. Like, at least
I remember that movie.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that movie in a while.
Yeah. I don't know.
And the sad thing is, Hancock's a better film. It's more entertaining.
Yeah. Superman Returns is boring. Like, okay, like
we got the plane scene.
And you want to be excited. You want to be excited so bad when you start that movie. You're like, this looks fantastic. This looks like it's going to be a great ride. And then you get 10 minutes in and you're like, why am I watching this? What is this? Yeah, it's a snooze fest.
Sleep.
Dude, Superman couldn't save that film. Superman couldn't save his own film. And I mean, and you got Kevin Spacey. You have Kevin Spacey. You have Lawrence. Wasn't Lawrence Fishburne? No, Lawrence Fishburne wasn't Perry Stone. That was It was what's his face? Skeletor. He was Frank Langella. I mean, incredible actor was Perry Stone. I can't remember the name of the actress that played Lois Lane. But I mean, like, you got Kevin Spacey.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The reincarnation of Christopher Reeves. Yeah, dude. So yeah, that's a botch, man. So that's between that and Green Lantern. Here's the question: which one would you, if you had to sit down, somebody's like, listen, either you're gonna have to drink this poison, or you got to watch one of these films. what would you watch? Green Lantern or Superman Returns?
Well, I'm as the girl, I'm going to go first. I'll pick Superman Returns because Brandon Routh is good looking. I prefer him over Ryan Reynolds, so I'd sit there just to look at Brandon Routh.
Is it too early to have my casket picked out?
Green Lantern is more fun than Superman Returns. I'm sorry, I would rather pick Green Lantern.
I'm with you, Brandon. I would go and I would in my mind I'm like I'm gonna watch the Sinestro movie. That's what I would say. I'm like I'm gonna watch the Sinestro movie, and I would just be sitting there.
You say, do I actually have to pay attention?
Yeah, they're gonna tape their eyelid. You can't have a phone. You can't be scrolling while the movie's on. They're gonna tape your eyelid, so you have to watch.
Oh dang. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Green Lantern all the way. I mean,
I'd rather watch Batman and Robin 3 times.
Oh, that hurt my soul. Oh,
at least I would be entertained. It's funny. It's
Who played Bane?
Oh my gosh, that movie was so bad.
It has its moments,
but
it's hilarious. Okay,
dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger doing. Let me tell you, Arnold Schwarzenegger missed his calling as a comedic actor. He missed his calling. That dude would have been
not?
In that movie, he sure is. Chill. Nice to meet you.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
Why he was playing the Riddler dressed as Mr. Freeze.
Why
not? It's the 90s, you know?
It's the 90s, man. Give me some neon lights.
Yeah, no one cares.
I can't.
Dude, so
Poison Ivy was the worst part of that movie for me.
The guy who played Bane was a guy named Robert Swenson. He was a professional wrestler and stuntman. This guy is huge.
Yes, he is.
He died at age 40 in 1990.
Didn't his heart explode or something from all the roids?
Probably.
Congestive heart failure. Yeah.
Yep. I remember my factoids. I remember that. Lisa.
He was 6'4" and he weighed 405 pounds.
Yeah, all the roids.
Big boy.
Probably. Roids are heavy.
97 congestive heart failure. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie. Let me tell you, I wish I could have enjoyed that movie when I came out in the theater. They completely ruined Bane.
It's so goofy that I don't know. It's like I don't know. It's hilarious to me.
But I was barely. How old was I? Jeez.
I was like 14 or maybe I was 15 or 16 when that came out. What year did it come out?
97.
Batman and Robin? 97.
Yeah. I was 16 or 17.
Oh,
yeah, because we were
loved every
juniors
minute
that year.
Yep.
I was 4 years old.
What was that, Jesse?
I said, I'm sure you loved every minute of it too, and back in the day.
Oh, dude, I was so mad. I was so mad.
Going back to the original play of Marvel, though. Like what?
Yeah. What were we talking about?
Well,
we're talking about how awesome Arnold Schwarzenegger should have been Batman. That's what we're talking about. I am the devil who fights in the night.
What was it?
I think your point was what hit was like a hit, and what you were just
yeah. Mm-hmm. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Honestly, I would say all the Tony stuff probably.
Well, what was it? The global Emmys or whatever with Arnold and
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, Danny DeVito standing next to each other. The Oscars, yeah, they're standing next to each other, and they're like, "What did Batman do to you?" He's like, "He threw me out a window."
They both tried to kill Batman.
And Michael Keaton's just casually,
and he's just sitting there, and he didn't break. He's just
no.
Oh yeah, Michael Keaton's a cool guy.
Dude, he's awesome. He's I'm glad that he's had like 3 revivals in his career. The guy's great.
Yeah.
He literally can do anything.
Regardless of however you felt about that movie, you can't tell me that you weren't excited if you did watch it at the end of the Flash movie where George Clooney shows up as Bruce Wayne.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, so George Clooney shows up as Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. So yeah, that's like he's like, Barry, you need to come here. So you think it's Ben Affleck, and then
he calls him and he's like Bruce, and then he's like,
oh, so he goes to another universe and he thinks he's back in his old in his real universe, and he's not.
That's essentially the movie is like,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's in the Clooney universe, so
yeah.
That's where goofy heroes go to die, as Clooney's Batverse.
It's Clooney's Batcave. His Batcave is really a death house. It's a Clooney's Batman's Batcave is a murder room. This is where superhero films go to die.
Well, since we're on DC,
thank you.
Moving on.
Freeze.
What are
he's just lighting them up with the ice gun when they come in.
Free.
What are things that you liked about
I'm sorry.
DC versus, that's what your point of DC is. I don't know if you
what are things that can you repeat the question in a different way?
Well, I'm asking. I was asking you, like, since you had a DC thing, like, what was your DC topic?
My DC. Oh, my DC topic.
Yeah.
I can honestly, I was gonna. I don't even know how much I would want to take a whole lot of time on it, but I think it was just kind of playing into, since the DC is rebooting under James Gunn with the Superman movie coming out. I think it's going to be a big impact. He said that his universe is 300 years in already. And we kind of broke this down on our Superman trailer reaction the other night. But yeah, basically what we predict to happen is, okay, this is the Justice Lords. They're already like someone threw it out there that they're like, okay, what if Ultraman is actually Cavill? And that's why he didn't say anything. And I was like, whoa. I might wet myself in the theater.
I don't know, man.
Because
I think the way
it's a stretch, but
I want that to be the case. Obviously,
it's obviously going to be multiverse.
Yeah,
it's obvious. We're obviously multiverse. Like that's obvious in the trailer. I mean, if you really broke it down, but like, no one. He doesn't show Ultraman, but he looks ripped. Like, I mean, he looks big. So I mean,
and if they do Crisis of the original Crisis, where Barry Allen sacrifices himself, Supergirl dies. I mean, they will make $100 billion. Are you guys even old enough to get the reference?
Yes.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh my god.
Well, according to Brandon, you guys were just coming out of diapers when that first one came out.
That is true.
But I'm telling you, man.
But I wasn't even alive when that movie came out.
Good Lord!
Not even.
He only knows the meaning.
I have seen it, and I know that. But
$100 million. It's like it's not that much money anymore.
Yeah,
we're the grandparents, Gabe.
We are.
Yeah, y'all old.
We're holding it down, Lisa. We're the OG nerds. We're the OG nerds. Right. Now, and I'll tell you, if they do that, man, I have high hopes for. I was not excited or hopeful, but the more I see and the more I hear, and James Gunn does decent work.
Yeah,
and I think he gets it. And he understands. He knows the pressure.
Yeah, dude, they went through like 100 costumes of. They were deciding underwear, no underwear, like because they knew this was going to be a big. They're trying to capture every generation.
He did a poll online, and it was underwear. It was. Hey man, you got to have the trunks outside the pants, like hands down. It wasn't even close. It was like 83% to every other opinion. Out of like four different opinions, it was like, was it the New 52 idea? Was it the no trunks idea, or was it?
And to go further with that is, I just saw this the other day. Somebody that noted They had a picture of like the original Superman costume, trunks. It was like, I mean, it looked perfect, right? It was just completely clean, blue, red, whatever. So this guy was like, I think this is the suit they're going to go for, because they said that he was going to have a new suit by the end of the movie. And there's a piece in the trailer that I did not catch where he's coming up out of the smoke. It's like a perfect shot. It looks fantastic, but he's coming up out of the smoke, and if you look closely, he has no collar on. So it's like, I would be very intrigued to see that, flesh out to whatever it's going to be. But if they stay with the trunks and classic look, which I think they will, I imagine they will. Anyway, they got too much on the line. I mean, they're going to have to be very careful.
We're going to get to see Superman fight a giant monster. We've never. I don't. Hold up. Let me think. We've never had that on film.
No.
Because he, like the closest thing we got was him fighting, like him, like destroying the Planet Smasher. But that wasn't a fight. That was him. That was where we got the famous Superman pooping face meme, which was great. Because like it's like the water pushing back on its face. But yeah, he hasn't fought.
The world engine. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
the world engine. Yeah, so,
world engine scene.
I mean, he's fought Zod. He fought Nuclear Man in the original trilogy. Those are really the only fights he's got. So, if he fights Metamorpho,
he fought
what was that?
I thought it was Batman v Superman where he fights Lex
Doomsday?
Luthor's Doomsday. Yeah.
No. See, I can't give him that.
He shoves a spear in him.
Well. See, technically, I'm still right because that was Zod. So that I don't give them that. Like, to me, the TV shows, both like Smallville and this Lois and Superman show, both of them did Doomsday better than the freaking $700 billion movie.
Yeah.
So
Superman
I've only heard good things. I'm actually going to check it out. So Jesse said nothing but high praise. And I've caught some clips. Yeah. I've got some clips that were like the Superman, Clark, what are you going to do? Superman's not going. I'm like, oh, that whole clip of where he I'm like, oh yeah, I think I want to watch this.
That show, oh my gosh, I was smiling from ear to ear about 90% of the time. Like it hits home, man. It's very accurate. It's very true to the character. Even the parts with Lex and stuff that they did, it was like, at first I was like, I don't know how I feel about this Lex, but like the more I watch it, the more I understood. Okay, I see where he's at now. He's not the Lex that you think you know. It's a future Lex. It's like, he's mangled. He spent time in prison. He's just like festered upon,
been through a little bit.
Yeah. So he's been through a lot. So that scene, dude, oh man, Brandon knows what I'm talking about, but that scene where the light, he has the lights go red and they're in the street and it's raining and Lex is like, basically he's giving Superman some, he's taunting him. He's giving him something to go on. So he's like, okay, like, you're really not about to fight Superman hand to hand combat, but then he hits a button and all the street lights go red sun. I'm like,
red sun, yeah.
No. Oh, nice. I'm about to rewatch that show.
Superman Lois is awesome.
It's pretty clean. It's not like, and it was just very enjoyable from a comic perspective. And they did Superman 1 million in the second season.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
fantastic. And towards the
end, that's a whole. So I think that's a whole other episode we should do. Is let's take comic storylines that have been adapted to film, and let's grade them based on entertaining, story accuracy. Was it profitable? Because there's like you said, there's some things that were on paper really comic accurate. Green Lantern, minus Green Lantern. And, it's like, well, yeah, but it didn't work. But that's because of Green Lantern. So, like, I think we should do a whole episode just on bombs and duds, which would be like Superman 3, Blade 3. You see there's a growing trend here. Spider-Man 3.
It's like, hey, there's like at least 2 Superman and Batman films we could choose.
Yeah,
honestly.
But the thing is, Batman and Robin's worse than Batman Forever. I mean, what puts Batman Forever ahead of Batman and Robin for me? It's really only one thing, and it's not
the plastic nipples.
No, because they both have plastic nipples in those. Those are both Schumacher films. No, it's one thing.
Oh yeah,
Lisa, no, you know what it is, right? Did you lose sound?
Sorry. Sorry, I was talking to my child real quick.
That's all right. What's the one thing that separates Batman and Robin from Batman Forever? Come on, there's only one right answer. You know what it is.
Oh, I don't. Oh, yeah, Kiss from a Rose, man.
Kiss from a friggin' rose. That takes, that redeems like 60% of that movie for me. There used to be a Grey Tower.
That's a really good song.
And that music video, oh, dude, that is the 90s. Man, take me back to 97.
And his performance. What when he did the performance with the orchestra for that song?
Oh my gosh, fantastic! Goodness.
Oh yeah.
Well, and according to Bob Kane, Val was how he envisioned. He said he played it the best. Like that's how I saw Batman and Bruce Wayne. According to Bob Kane, Val Kilmer is Batman. According to Bob Kane, most people disagree with him. Most people disagree with him. I think I would have loved to see Val in a better. Here's the thing. You know what? We need to mess around with AI. We need to mess around and put Val Kilmer in The Dark Knight and in Batman Begins.
I'm gonna do that.
Clip this right here, son. This is the clip right here. The whole episode. Val Kilmer and Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that looks like.
It'd be interesting to see what he looks like when he can move his neck. That would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I watched I watched the movie about him that they did, the Val, the docudrama or whatever it was. Man, that was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I mean, I was crying like a baby at the end of that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, Matt Mardigan lives forever.
My all-time favorite Val Kilmer character. I really wish that they had done something more with Willow. Like when they were in that era, because they tried to do that TV show and it was not good.
Yeah, a lot of people were like the Willow show.
Listen, it was so bad they memory hold it. Like it doesn't even exist.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's they pulled it off of the platform. It was so bad. I mean, like how? I mean, dude. Yeah, bro, and they did that within a few months. It was so bad they pulled it on, and that's criminal, man. Because here's the thing: much like the Avengers can't in the MCU can't win without Hawkeye. I mean, like, dude, Warwick Davis is a freaking gold. You put that man in a thing. If they'd have put him in the sequel trilogy, in the Ray trilogy, then it made money. That dude is freaking that guy is he is a leprechaun. He's made of gold. You put him in a series. Yeah. Look at him. He's in Harry Potter. He's in the original Star Wars trilogy. He's in the Chronicles of Narnia. He's in. I think the only thing I don't think he was in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is kind of criminal considering he's a little person.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That's criminal.
Warwick Davis is awesome.
He's the man. I mean, you couldn't give him any role. I mean, like, come on, man, let him play Gollum.
No, he. I thought you meant in Willow, yeah, because he was in. Yeah, they once again with the whole thing with the story writing, they changed how all the characters were, and
was it
was just like
a redo of like the movie.
Joanne Whalley was in it, and so was Warwick Davis, and it was like a. Somebody was Mad Mardigan's kid, and like they're trying to, like.
Interesting.
I thought it was the girl that he was trying to save the whole time. That I can't remember her name. Princess. What's her name? I can hear the film. Come on, quotes come to me now. Anyway, the girl that he's trying to save that Bad Morta is trying to kill.
Yeah.
he's like reigning the kingdom, and it was something about Matt Mardigan and Sorsha, daughter was all in it, and it's just a mess. Dude. Like these people, they don't know. Like they should have got people that do fantasy. Like get the people that did the new Dark Crystal, because apparently the Dark Crystal thing that they did from Jim Henson Company was actually faithful to the original, and that was good. But it's very niche audience,
Yeah. An older niche audience too, because Dark Crystal. So
that's our generation.
Anyone under 35 would be like, even is this?
Well, that's sad for you guys, man, because you guys don't like all you guys know is CGI. Like you guys don't know like it's. I think your generation.
We're the last generation that knows like the practical
barely
effects. Anyone younger,
barely,
barely.
Because like you guys, we should do an episode. I rock this of all my shirts. I actually picked this one on purpose. Going back to the Turtles, because this is a franchise that they haven't gotten right since the first film, and this whole thing is still a multi-billion-dollar franchise. And everybody talks about go back to what you did the first movie. Go back to what you did the first movie. It was the perfect blending of the original comics, which were dark, and they killed people, and the cartoon, which was humor and pizza. And they put them together, and the marriage was that first film. And there's been people, once again, these talented jokers out here on the internet have done CG style in the style of the first movie, and people just go they go nuts for it. They go nuts for it. They're like, man, give me a movie of this. Don't give me like this, the Michael Bay garbage. That was trash, dude. That was hard to watch. Fun fact: Reacher, the guy that was Reacher, played Raph in that mocap and voice.
Yeah, he went on an interview like how bad like
Paramount. Oh, dude, they treated those guys like garbage, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you got the 4 stars in the movie, and they took all the crew out and let those guys like sitting there for like 4 hours. He's calling his agent. He's like, dude, what? He's like, I don't know I don't know, man. I'm calling. And like, I was like, dude, you guys, but dark side of Hollywood, man.
It's all coming to light now. That's why the strikes are happening.
Val Kilmer, Batman.
Sorry. I'm still stuck on the whole neck thing. I've been dying laughing over here. Immediately what I thought about was the end of Dark Knight, where he's like, I forgot to thank you. You'll never have to.
And you never will. The 3 of us did it. All 3 of us did it. Yo, but I have to say though,
oh my god,
as like he made that look cool though, like because he did it so dramatic. He was like,
oh yeah,
and you'll never have to. Like I was like, it's because he couldn't just do this.
And I love how they made it a point in the second to like change they were like, all right, yeah, now you can turn your head. It was so like, oh, yeah. Thank God.
The costume people are like, okay,
Morgan Freeman Fox. You want to be able to turn your head. Andy was out there fighting crime and couldn't turn his head, so he couldn't block half of the elbows that were coming at his face. That just wasn't going to work for old Andy.
I forgot to mention, how do we feel about the Lantern show that they're doing? There's not really anything for it, but except that little picture.
I'll wait. The picture looks good. I'll wait till I see more of Superman because I want to know what they're doing with it at the end of it. Like I watched Creature Commandos, which is fantastic, but it wasn't enough world building quite yet to say, okay, this is the direction they're going. Because I got to see what direction they're going before I make judgments on what they're trying to achieve.
So is Gunn, all of his stuff is like one continuity, including Creature Commando. Like, is that like?
Oh, it's gonna be no. He said it was gonna be like movies, shows, animated, the games, like everything that comes out that's DC is gonna be connected together. So
it's. And I think it started with Commandos though. Like it started with Creature Commandos though, right?
Well, it did. That was the first new thing.
But some of Peacemaker.
Well. Yeah, so some of Peacemaker is canon, but season 2 of Peacemaker is going to have a lot to do with Superman. So we're officially like moving forward that storyline. But he did say that the the Blue Beetle is technically that's the first of the universe, a soft first movie, because he's going to reuse that actor as Blue Beetle. So he said,
cool.
Yeah, I like Sholo, man. Like, I didn't see the movie because I didn't hear anything good about it. I actually wanted to go see it just to support him because I love the Karate Kid show. I mean, my gosh, I love that. I took.
Yeah.
Next episode,
he's
we
from
got
Cobra Kai, the main kid.
Yeah,
Miguel.
that's Miguel. That's Miguel. So
yeah,
well, you know what I mean.
And dude, like, other than Zorro, we don't have any Hispanic superheroes. So I was like, hey man, I didn't even know that Blue Beetle was Hispanic. I'm like, hey, one for the team. Come on now.
Well, Ghost.
I mean, Tyler Hoechlin
Ghost Rider
a little bit in him, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he's not the main Ghost Rider though. Ghost Rider is Johnny Blaze, not the guy that drives the car. I mean, it's might as well be. It's like it's like Super Dog. It's like, well, there's a dog. There's the Spider Pig. He's Mexican. It's like, come on, man, like that don't count.
The guy that plays Falcon now, he's Hispanic. There you go.
Once again, it's a derivative. It's not an original character. It's not an original character.
Yeah. Blue Beetle was okay. True. I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, I thought it was entertaining.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah, I mean the action scenes were literally ripped from Injustice 2, but it was still cool to see.
Hey, if you're gonna rip something, rip that all day, twice on Sunday. Come on. Okay, maybe I'll watch it with my daughter.
The grandma in the movie was hysterical, and she was so funny.
And
George Lopez was in it, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There was a lot of homage played to the original like Ted Kord Blue Beetle, so there's a ton of Easter eggs for like the old stuff. So it was pretty cool.
You would dig it. Nice little family.
Good family film for sure.
DC movie.
Cool. If you guys haven't seen that Karate Kid film, it was fun. It's out now? Yeah, it came out last week. I took my whole family and we heartily enjoyed it, man. It's not as the stakes like the stakes feel higher in Karate Kid 1 and 2. The stakes you don't really feel the stakes. They tried to make it feel this is the stakes are high, but it just didn't feel, it was too light. But honestly, I still enjoyed it.
So the Jackie Chan movie is canon because I saw he was in it.
Oh yeah, no, it's Jackie Chan. Yeah. So what they did is they made it like Jackie Chan's character from the Bruce Willis, the Will Smith movie with his son. Him and Miyagi were friends.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So that's how they.
I haven't seen it yet, but man, I was listening to a podcast with Ming Na Wen talking about doing the movie and how amazing Jackie Chan is, and they're like, it's so funny, like everything she's been in, she's a fighter, and now she's in a movie with Jackie Chan and she doesn't get to even swing one punch.
Dude, Lisa, I'm telling you, I was waiting because my daughter has not seen Street Fighter, and that's what launched her career. Well, I'm sorry. No, technically she was the voice of Mulan. I think that was before. Yeah. I think that was before Street Fighter, but we didn't know. We didn't see her. So it was like her coming out, and even though Street Fighter was a bomb, Raul Julia, oh my gosh, oh my god, that is one of the best. Like him and Frank Langella again as Skeletor. That's a whole episode, man. Like people that are awesome in horrible movies.
Yeah. Street Fighter was before Mulan. Mulan came out in 98.
Okay, so that's why she got so that did launch her career. I was right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So so I was getting ready for her to do some awesome thing because she's watched Mandalorian, so she's seen her in that as the bounty hunter, and I'm like, oh no, you're gonna get to see this girl. She's real kung fu. And now I'm like, oh, like missed opportunity. I'm like, come on, man, like have her kick the other sensei in the face, do a spinning kick. Come on, do something,
I know she said she was like, "Oh, come on," It was a really fun interview to listen to.
She's awesome. She's great.
She's so great.
Yeah, love her. I would love to I would pay $100 to stand in line, give her a high five, and be like, "Love you, thank you for all the good times, appreciate you."
She was it was so funny. She was talking about how, like when she got the role of Fennec Shand, like, she's like the role of a lifetime. My childhood dreams all come true. I'm going to be
I'm
in
in
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
And she like shows it to her mom and her mom is like, "You like this?" And then she goes, "Why?" She's like, "Mom, it's Star Wars."
Listen, you can't please an Asian mom. Can't
I
please an
know,
Asian
right?
mom. Listen, what she should have told her Asian mom is like, listen, at least I'm not a dancing girl, okay?
Right? Oh
That's
man,
what
yeah,
that
that was a fun interview. But yeah, I was kind of sad that they didn't even let her. Like, I haven't gone to see it yet, but I was sad that they didn't let
yeah.
her. Like, come on, just
Is a
give
is
her
a
like
missed
one
opportunity, but you're
satisfying,
you
like right at the end or something. Yeah.
yes. But I will say you will like it's not a post credit scene, it's like the last scene right before the credits. We came out of the theater we laughed for 15 minutes and like we kept on quoting like what happened at the end. So yeah, you take the daughter, you will see it, you will have a good time, you'll love it. It's great.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely great.
What movie is it?
Not going to win any Oscars, but that's not what Karate Kid's really about. Even though Pat Morita did
All
win
right.
Best Supporting Actor Oscar. Ooh-ga-ee,
Photobomb.
ooh-gi-yoko,
Just have to say right now, I'm a little jealous of the fact that I noticed in the last few minutes, Brandon and Gabe both had camera snafus and were able to come back, and mine's just like, nope.
Oh, I
I
actually
didn't even
manually
I
turned
didn't
mine
even
off
touch
because
mine.
I'd use the bathroom.
Mine's just like, nope, you're not turning that camera on. Like, it won't even let me click the button.
Yeah.
Lord, technology, but I
Ridiculous.
still love technology.
So is this Karate Kid movie like that's like the end of like because I take it as a continuation of the last season
Yeah,
of Cobra Kai, right?
yeah. They don't say when it happens, but it's got to be near the
Oh,
end because of what happens in that last scene. Um, I think it's a good. I don't know if they're going to try to bilk it for more money. If they did, they would just need to continue it without, I mean, how long is, I mean, granted, I mean, Jackie Chan's older than, gosh, I can't remember Daniel LaRusso's real name. What's Ralph Macchio?
Ralph
I mean,
Macchio.
but even then, he's probably not much older than Ralph Macchio because Ralph Macchio's looked like 30 years younger than his actual age his whole life. Like he was like 31 years old in the first Karate Kid.
Yeah, dude, he's
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio's 63, man.
Yeah.
what?
So,
Oh
He's
yeah,
wow.
dude, he's
63.
ancient. He's ancient.
Oh
I'm like,
wow.
no lie, man. He was like 29 years old in the first Karate Kid, looking like he was 13 years old. I mean, it's
Justin's
ridiculous.
Wow.
face.
Wow.
What? I had no idea.
Oh, he's old. He's old,
Damn.
man. So I don't
You think
know
he dyes
if
his hair?
100%, man. Is Steven Seagal fat?
So
Mm.
Jackie Chan is 71.
See, they're not. See, that's less than
Dang.
10
They're
years
not that
difference.
far off.
Oh wow.
That's
Dang.
That's
that's 8 years.
That's kind of wow.
They are 8 years apart.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Hey,
Nuts.
hey,
That's so
I think
funny.
I think I think Betty Crocker turns 302 this year.
Listen, listen. If you want to hear the real conspiracy, I think Betty White's still alive. She's really secretly running Hollywood behind the scenes.
Hey, you're
Wow.
probably right about that.
Her
He's
and
cracking
Bill
whips.
Shatner. Bill Shatner's never going to die. He's just eating. He's slowly eating the souls of all of his Star Trek co-stars to stay alive.
I know. I looked up something the other day and I was like, this guy is in his 90s.
Bill Shatner's 197 years old.
And he has
I'm
he has a blues album out too,
how?
right?
It's going to come down to him and what's his face? Sulu.
George Takei.
George Takei. Like toupee. That's from the roast of Bill Shatner. If you've never seen it, do yourself a favor, go watch it. That is one of the best. Oh my gosh!
And,
And George
Well,
Takei's roast is great.
yeah, there's a lot of them that are really up there and you don't realize it. Like I watched the Now You See Me movies the other day and they're making a third one. And Morgan Freeman is 88 now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in that new movie. I was like, he's 88?
I'm
oh
never
my
going to
God.
die.
For years.
he has been 71 for the last 30 years.
Exactly.
100%. When they filmed Shawshank, he was 80. I mean, he wasn't. He looked 80.
It was only 6 months ago. Yeah, I tell you what's a trip, Justin. Have you ever seen Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
With Kevin Costner?
Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
Do you remember who else is in that movie?
It's been a while.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
Told me that. You're joking. Google.
I'm not joking.
Oh,
tell me what his character's name is. You just pulled it up.
His name is Azim.
Azim. That's so true.
You whine like a mule. You are still alive.
Gosh, dude.
I'm not one of you, but I fight.
I totally
I
forgot.
fight with Robin Hood.
Azim, the great one. I am
Well,
Hood.
he was only 67 in that movie. You know, come on. He was
white
young.
hair. He's got white. Well, I can't say anything about white hair, but he's got white hair in that. That's insane.
No, he was maybe salt and pepper, but he was his beard and hair were mostly black.
Yeah, his beard is black.
Yeah. Best Robin Hood film, man. Best Robin Hood film still to date, hands down.
Yeah, that's a good film.
We got to go back and revisit that one because that's one that Hollywood has tried 3 times to redo, and they're never going to top that one.
They can't.
They
can't.
And they did it without Kevin Costner speaking with a British accent. The dude knew his limitations. He's like, I'm not going to do an accent because it sucks, so I'm just going to talk like myself. And you know what? Nobody cared. It was still good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I love about, nobody cared, but I love that they referenced it in Men in Tights. Unlike other Robin Hoods, I speak with an English accent.
Ooh, once again, and we're back to Mel Brooks, and we have made it full circle. Hey! We made it full circle, kids. Top of the morning to you. We made it all the way back to Mel Brooks, Spaceballs 2. We're now in a time loop. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That's what Hollywood needs. It needs more Mel Brooks. All right, Jess, you got anything else, or are you going to wrap? I mean, because we just keep on. We have so much nerdness. We could go another 2 hours, man. But
it's probably just going to fade. By the time 2 hours has passed, you're going to see me slumped over the desk.
Yeah, my hat's going to be.
So check the Super Geek chat because I literally found a meme about Spaceballs 2 while we were having this discussion. It's really funny.
Oh. Let's go to the Super Geek on Instagram.
Because Facebook.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yes. Love it.
It's good stuff, man. Because Facebook was listening to our conversation, apparently.
Listen, America needs Spaceballs 2 like we need fentanyl. I'm telling you, man. We just need it. We need it. I'm gonna try my best to get this flagged on YouTube. I'm gonna say all the trigger words. There's only a handful left.
That's true.
No, but seriously,
what show I have been watching?
What's that?
I've been watching Severance. Whoa, that show.
Who's in that?
Severance, Adam Scott, John Turturro, Christopher Walken's in a little bit.
And it's good?
It's kind of it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the pitch is...
Go ahead.
The characters work at this facility doing whatever they do. They still don't know, what they do. But the thing is, you only have memories of your workspace. Every time you go in the elevator, go back, you change back to. So it's inside.
You break out.
Yeah. Then now you're does the Moon Knight thing where you're technically someone else now. Pretty good. 2 seasons. They already got.
Kind of reminds me of the prison in Andor, season 1. That drug on about an episode too long. They should have done that breakout 1 episode too long. It didn't have the Shawshank gravitas talking about Morgan Freeman. And that's the guy. Let me tell you, talk about great actors that don't get the love, man. Andy Serkis. That dude does not get the man. That guy is so good.
Yeah,
I think he's getting his flowers now, but a little.
Man, he needs to, because I tell you, that's a guy they shouldn't have killed him in Black Panther. Him as Claw was brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and like he stole the show every time he was on screen. Man, he's too good. He is way too good. We're not deserving of him, and the Oscars need to give him that Oscar. They owe that to him, man. They robbed him. Yeah. Well, we can't because it's CGI. Joker is his face. They motion captured his face. That's him doing those expressions.
He does
That's
the work.
It's all him.
Yep.
But you know what, man? Those things don't even mean anything anymore. What means is, what really means something is that work. People are going to be watching that film 100 years from now, and they're going to be praising that guy's performance. So that's really, screw the award, because it's the art itself that matters. And that's what they need to realize, dude. The awards don't matter.
Best stunt category now.
A best what?
A best stunt category now.
Well, they should have done that. Like, my goodness, go give Buster Keaton 16 of those things.
Yeah.
How that guy didn't kill himself literally 100 years ago doing some of that stuff. Is incredible.
I'll probably end up fading the video out somewhere. Or the track out somewhere.
There you go.
Jesse's like, you guys are talking too long.
I'm an old man. I'm in bed by 9. I'm past my bedtime.
Oh man, I'm just getting fired up, dude. Like, the closer you get to 10 o'clock, I become alive. I'm a creature of the night.
That's crazy.
I am vengeance. I am the night.
During the school year, I'm in bed by 10 at the latest, because I have to get up so dang early. But summertime's a little different.
Summertime. Well,
I never sleep.
Yeah.
Well, Jen, that was a pleasure.